Hey, what's up, YouTube? I'm tired. I'm tired, a bit stressed. No, uphills, obstacles that one has to go through, and usually when you are going through times like this, you need you need support. You need support, and that is what today's blurb is about. I'll just be blurping about support and how I view support and how I maybe need support. So yeah, that is for this episode. That's what we're talking about. Again, if you've got something to share about it, please do comment. Let's make our minds known to other people, or how or what we think about, well, this topic. Um, so yeah, I usually say be your number one supporter. Be your number one supporter. Support yourself first before you look for alternative support. So the first episode about on iBlog was about siblings, and I get lots of support from my siblings, even though they might not agree with whatever I'm doing, um, but they usually do give support. And even family, not just my siblings, like family, friends, they will offer support. But first, be your number one supporter, because unfortunately this is life, and sometimes you might not have support and you might not get support. And when you're going through such times, if you already taught yourself to be your number one supporter, you can actually pull yourself through whatever it is that you believe you need external support from, and it's not there, so you can actually push through that, and that will help you. Otherwise, you might find yourself not moving at all, because all you prefer to do is work based on support. If someone doesn't support me, then I'm not doing it. If someone supports me, then yeah, it's the right thing to do. But at the end of the day, it's about what you want to do, and if you can support yourself and become your number one fan, then you are on your way. Not to say it's going to be simple, but you're on your way. You're on your way to something great for yourself. So I've taught myself to, or it's something not taught myself. Rather, I've been looking into this support thing, how I give support and how I receive support. And I categorized it in three types of support. Again, this is just my thing. It's not like a thing that I read about, or a thing that I found on the internet, or some book, or someone told me about something that I just came about. So it's not like a proven thing, it's just my thing. And I came and I categorized support in three sections. Not in any particular order, but the first one is support via thought or faith. So this is like that type of support whereby someone, you don't necessarily know that the person is supporting you, but wherever that person is actually has you and your hustle, or whatever it is that you're doing or struggling with, they've got support for you, but you don't necessarily know about it. It could be someone somewhere like, I wish he really does well with that business that he's trying to open, but they're not necessarily doing anything that you are noticing, but they have that support for you. More like strangers. Strangers, sometimes you will not actually know that they're supporting you, but you find that there is actually someone that you don't even know that's actually out there, like, yo, I saw that guy doing this, how that guy does well. So that's that support. For that type of support, I categorize it under support via faith, or faith or thought. And then I've got support via word, So this one is whereby someone will actually tell you that, man, yeah, man, you're doing good. Keep it up. Just keep hustling, you know. So they actually tell you, or maybe in social media they'll be like, yeah, man, thumbs up. You're doing something great. Keep going. This is awesome what you're doing. It could be maybe something like that. So something similar to those, whereby someone tells you, or someone writes it. So that's support via word. There's the second one, and then the third one, I call it support via action. Now this is support via action. This is where you will actually see someone doing something to support you. Now let's say you are selling a product, they will be buying your product. Not necessarily that they need the product, but they just buying it to support you, you know. Or even if they need the product, but rather than going to get it at another place that sells a similar product that you are doing, they'll rather buy it from you. Now this is that support via action. It could be support via sharing. Let's say you share your own hustles, or you share whatever it is that you do, or obstacle that you're passing through, and then they actually even share to help whatever you're doing. Share your status or share your posts about whatever it is that you're doing. So they are actually actioning it, you know, supporting someone by being there. If let's say so you have a singer as a friend, you know, and they go to your concert to watch you sing, you know, that's like support via action. They are actually doing something to show their support for you. And I believe all of us have went through all of them. Yes, most probably we all want to do the support via action, you know. I know I want to do that, but I cannot always do it, you know. And it doesn't mean that if I don't do it, I don't support whatever it is that my friend or whatever this person is doing, I don't support. It doesn't mean that. It just sometimes means that maybe I just cannot make it. So I believe that we have all went through these three types of supports that I have categorized, and there's I don't necessarily feel that there's anything wrong with any of those supports. As I just feel like sometimes either we don't prioritize whatever that someone might be doing, you know, but not necessarily that we don't support them, but it's just that we don't really prioritize it, because sometimes or most of the time we spend our time in things that we categorize, you know. Sometimes you don't even see it, but you are you are prioritizing some other things than others. So I'm also guilty of such things. I'll give you an example with something on my end. On this YouTube channel of mine, the Chronicles 2K19, I have a section that I call a quote with a guest. So an example that I will give you that will show you the three steps, or the three sections or categories of support that I have. I'll show you the different parts of it in this little story. So what happened was, I think I had like 20 people. Like, this is now friends and family. I got 20 of them, and I got 20 codes. So what I did is I sent each of them a different code, because obviously it's 20 different codes and 20 people. So I sent each of them a code, and I asked them that, okay, this is something I'm looking to do now on the YouTube channel, and if you like, you can please just send me like a 2-minute video of what the code means to you, whether good or bad. It's not necessarily that you have to like the code. You can just tell me what you think about the code, you know, in 2 minutes. That's all you have to do. And I put it out there as in, if you want to do it. So I'm not saying please do this, or putting it on them to actually do it. I was just putting it out there that this is what I'm thinking of doing on the channel, and if you would like, please do this and this and this. And from the 20, 10 replied. 10 replied with, yes, we'll do it, awesome, great idea, we'll do it, you know. I'll send my video ASAP, I'll send my video soonest. This is this is the 10. So the other 10 didn't reply. They just looked and nothing happened, you know. So I never got anything from the other 10. And then from the other 10 I've got 10 that didn't do anything, and I got 10 that actually replied with something. From that 10 that replied, only one sent me a video. So I've got 10 that didn't do nothing, I've got 10 that replied, and then from the 10 that replied, I only got one that actually sent the video of what I was asking. Right, now let's categorize it under my supports that I have. So the first 10 that didn't do anything on my side. Okay, and another thing, this video is based on the positive side of support, not that side of support where some people actually wish you bad and don't want anything to do with what you're doing. No, it's not about that. This video is not about that. So from the 10 that didn't do anything, that is what I would call support via faith, or support via thought. It's not again, these are my friends and family that I sent it to. These are people that I actually know. So that 10 that didn't do anything, I feel like it's those that they still wish me well, that whatever this thing I want to do actually goes ahead and goes good, but maybe it's not their cup of tea, because like again I put it out, like if you want to do it, you know. So if you give that as a platform, you also giving a chance of nothing happening. And this is what happened with the 10. Nothing happened. So there was no reply, there was no nothing. So I would categorize that as support via faith or thought, because maybe, I don't know, maybe they do still wish me well, but I'm saying that because I know, because it's friends and family that I know. And then when we move to the 10 that replied, that is what I would call support via word. So support via word, whereby now these are people that actually said something like, hey man, this is actually a good idea, it's awesome, I will actually bring you or send you my video for that quote, and nothing necessarily happened. So I would call that support via word. I still have their support, but yeah, it's just word, or it's just written. That's all it was. And again, there's nothing wrong with either that support via faith or thought and support via word. There's still nothing wrong with that. And then we've got support via action. Now this is the one person who actually did something about what I asked. So from 20 people, only one actioned it. But it doesn't mean that the 20 or the other 19 does not necessarily support what I was doing or trying to do. Perhaps there is that were not supporting it. I don't know. But I'm just like I said, I'm looking at this in a positive note, whereby, because I know it's friends and family that I know, that it's not that they wish me bad because they didn't, that's why they didn't reply, but they still support me. But it's not necessarily their cup of tea or their priority or something that they want to be part of. And there's really nothing wrong about that, you know. People are free to do what they want, and sometimes if they don't do something, does not mean they're a bad person, or they look at you in a wrong way, or they don't support you or anything like that. So that's my little story based on how I can categorize the support based on the categories that I have. Because I'm also guilty of some, like especially the support via action. There's a friend of mine who holds tennis tournaments and stuff, and I would have liked to go to watch one of his tournaments, and I couldn't, you know. I wanted to, but I couldn't. I didn't tell him anything that I'm coming or I'm not coming or this, but I knew I wanted to go. I wanted to go support him. He's doing great stuff for the sport, and I wanted to really genuinely go. But unfortunately, I had other stuff coming up that I had to prioritize than going to watch the matches. So it does not mean that I didn't support him. So I didn't support via action for him. I didn't even support via word, because I didn't even tell him that I would be coming or anything like that. Yes, I would share his posts about the tournament and stuff, but I didn't really do anything much by physically supporting him or actually being there to support him. So I would be there in the middle of support via word, because I was sharing his stuff, and support via thought, because he doesn't know I wanted to be there, but I know. So I'm supporting what he's doing, but he doesn't know, you know. So that's one example again that I could use. And really, guys, I don't feel like there's anything wrong with any of those support. We need support. You need support. If you've got support, guys, it's you go further. You go further. That's why sometimes they will say to enjoy a journey, go with people, something like that. And there is some truthness to that, because alone, it might take you a while. You know, it might take you a while. You might come out stronger, definitely, because now you're fighting battles alone. But if you don't have to and you have support, you don't need to go that route. You know, there is the support one, where support is holding you. I think it's a better one. I really think it's a better one. But if you don't have it, don't let it be that you cannot do anything. Be your number one supporter. Follow through based on what you want and what it means to you. Because lots of people will get you down. Those that don't support you will actually try to get you down. And if you're strong enough for yourself, you can actually get whatever it is that you're doing forward and accomplish it and become on top of it. So yes, guys, I feel like that is that about support from my side for now. So guys, so that is that. But if you do have something to say, please do comment. Like again, guys, you know, we don't know what our stories or who our stories can help out, because I speak to a lot of people, and I'm not like a psychologist, or I'm just a person who talks because I've got my own experiences. So I talk about them. I talk to some people, they tell me about their experiences, I learn their experiences, I try to figure out what went wrong with their experiences, and in this way we get to learn. You know, we get to learn. We teach each other things that we might not know. We maybe find things out about ourselves, and I feel like it's a good thing. You know, I feel like it's a good thing. So if you don't mind, please do comment. Let's carry the conversation on. Maybe we make a part 2 of it, I don't know, but yeah, we'll see. But for this one, thank you for watching, guys. I hope you're doing good. I hope you're doing great, and yeah, going for those goals of yours. Until the next one, thank you for watching.